Alright, so we're back again. We made some backup fits, right? So these herons, they're fitted exactly the same. These badgers, they're fitted exactly the same. Same with these epithals, they're fitted exactly the same. If you go to the fitting window, it actually is pretty sweet, right? If you wanted to make another one of these, like if you were worried about losing this ship or something. Like, well, it costs 726k roughly, so less than a mil. Or if you were taking out your hauler for some reason, you're like, I don't want to spend all the time replacing the hauler and finding these modules again if it gets destroyed. So you could actually just copy the fit. It's actually pretty amazing. So that's basically what we did. We went here and went to buy all, and then it bought everything for us, and then we just had to fit the ship. So we're going to check to see if there was like a cargo scanner or something. Because maybe that would be better for the scanning ship actually. Because then you could actually scan the cargo of what you're trying to loot from, so you could decide if it's worth looting it or not. So we don't even have a 1 power on our ship. Well, we're going to be taking a module off. So cargo scanner 2, what's the difference? The difference is the price probably. So just the activation time probably, right? And so what does it all say? 70 kilometers, 33 seconds or something. Okay, so it just changes the range and everything. Well, considering that, right? It's 6,000 to buy the cargo scanner 1. It's 1.3 million to buy the cargo scanner 2. It's just means you're gonna have to take 2 more seconds to scan whatever you're scanning. So whatever, we'll just buy like 5 of these or something. Maybe if we use them for something, or if we upgrade them to Tech 2, who knows what you could do with them. So you basically take something off of here. Put the small shield booster. We got the EM shield. Maybe we don't actually need the EM shield or something. So we could replace it with the cargo scanner that we bought. So it looks like we can actually use it too. Cool. So we could go to our other heron here and just do the same thing. We just replace the shield with the cargo scanner. So now we have 2 herons. So maybe we'll just buy 1 heron just to show what the buy all thing does. Like, so you put on the cargo scanner. Now when we're scanning down sites and we're hacking data, oh, we actually need the hacking things. That's right. We can't actually hack anything without the relic and the data analyzers. Can't believe we forgot about those. Data analyzer 2. Yeah, we can't use these ones yet. It says that we need to train for 17 days to use the second tier one. So I don't think we have 17 days to train for the relic analyzer. Level 2 one. These ones will do just as good. I think they give more like a virus strength or something, right? Attributes, virus strength 20 for the 1, and then the 2 is virus strength 30. Maybe it has some other benefits like access difficulty or something, but I guess it just gives you like more virus coherence, I guess. So we can just buy some of these. I don't know. Let's buy 4 data analyzer 1s. Let's buy 4 relic analyzer 1s. So I guess we do need these to scan things on our ship. So considering our ship isn't even expensive, the price went down because we took down that module that cost 100,000. So our ship fit's getting even cheaper. So maybe we don't need the invulnerability field, and maybe we don't need the shield booster. Maybe all we need is the basic small shield booster to repair ourselves, and then the afterburners, and then the data analyzer, and the relic analyzer. So we're still trying to figure out things with our ship. I can't believe that we forgot that we actually needed those scanning things to actually do anything with those. So there is also combat sites to scan, right? So if you were in your combat ship, like your cruiser or your destroyer or a combat frigate, then you could scan down combat sites as well. There's also those things to do. So now we fitted our herons. So there we go. So basically, you would just go here, hover over the dollar signs, how much it's worth, and you'd say buy all. total estimated 622,000. And then it would like put everything into a shopping cart for you essentially. It's pretty sweet. Just gets everything that your ship has equipped. Then it puts a buy order for the market for everything. So it costs like 762 if we were to buy it instantly. So I think that was a bit cheaper. Oh, because we made our fit a bit cheaper. So you click the buy button, and then your ship would show up in here, and then all your items would be in your item hanger. And then you just have to re-equip your ship again. So maybe let's go search for some planets. That's what we were gonna do here. Let's see how long this clip is. Alright, so we figured it out too. So if you go to the left here, you could go to your map. So we don't really use the map at all. So it's actually not needed usually. So if you hold up, you could actually just flatten the map essentially. And use the middle mouse wheel to zoom in and out. So it's just going to show which state it owns, right? It just shows that it's owned by the Amar Empire. So actually in the top left here, we could go, there's a bunch of settings here you could change to what it shows. So I think like geography and statistics, you could show average pilots in space in the last 30 minutes. So it would show how many pilots are in space. 25 pilots have been out in space, 4 pilots have been out in space. So if we like look at these ones, 1 pilot in space, 33 pilots in that system. So that's a starting system, I would imagine. Imagine if there's just one station. Stations, yeah, 1 station, Imperial Academy. So that'd be a starting area. It looks like there actually is planets over there too. Cool. So apparently in low security, basically all the planets, basically all of them are the same. There's not too much difference between 0.5 and 1.0. It basically depends. Well, there's a slight difference, but it's barely noticeable. Pretty much, you could find a good planet in a 1.0 system, and you could find a terrible planet in a 0.5 system or a 0.7 system. Like, essentially, there could be an amazing planet here, but over here there'd be a terrible planet. It's the same security, but the planets would have different things on them. And also, we could see here that there's 0 people over in here. Oh, and then maybe we'll look at the map system. So basically, it's going to show you what your constellation is, I believe. That's what this is. This is the constellation of, click on, oh no, we don't want to do that. Your domain, solar system, go back to where we were. So, we were over here. If we click where we were, it would reset everything. So, if you hold the left mouse button down, it actually turns it into a 360-degree view, so we can see this pocket of space right here. It's actually a dead end pocket, so it doesn't lead to anywhere, it just leads to the dead end there actually. And then here it's basically a dead end, except there's a warp into another constellation or system over here. So if we click on it, shows all the places in this system. So it is like a 3D view, but it is kind of flat as well. So you can see these are all these systems in this constellation. Nobody comes to this constellation. It's only 3 jumps and 4 jumps and 5 jumps away from the main trading hub. Oh, and it looks like these are some more things. Oh, it's part of this constellation. Oh, it's that constellation that doesn't lead anywhere. Alright. So there's a simple way how to look at the map. If you click on here, you can see here's a new constellation we're going to, and we can see here's how many people are generally here. I think this is on the way to Jeddah, actually. I think I remember going through this path when I would travel to Jeddah to trade between Jeddah and find everything here. But if we go back to our home place, is there a way to go to where we are? I wonder if there is. Full screen. Oh, we can change it to full screen. What if we close the map and then open the map? And then it resets to where we were, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. So we've seen how to see how many pilots are in space. We see there's some dead systems and there's some popular systems. So another thing we could do is go to these settings up here in the top left, and we could go, instead of geography and statistics, like you could click on these, like average pilots docked in the last 30 minutes. That's another one. Click on that to show 126 pilots docked in the station, and then all these places will show how many many people are actually docked up in these stations there, so you could get more information about the place as well. 3 pallets are docked, 3 pallets are docked, 5 pallets are docked. So you can see there's no pallets. There's has been. So it's not accurate. It's how many has been in the last 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes maybe it updates or something. Maybe it's something like that. And then it just shows how many have been here in the 30 minutes. It's not actually how many are there right now. But we were looking at planets, so we were gonna go to. We could go to planets down here. And then we could search for temperate planets or whatever type of planets we're looking for. So there's a whole bunch of, there's 4 temperate planets here. There's 2 temperate planets here. 2 jumps away. There's 1 down here. There's a big pool of 3 temperate planets over there in that system. That's 6 jumps away. But I think we're looking for something closer. There's 1 temperate planet. So if we're looking for a specific type of planet, like 6 jumps away. Maybe set our destination or something. There's 2 planets, but we would have to actually look at the planets, right? I don't know if we could scan this far, but it said there was 4 planets over here. So let's right click it. Let's say view planetary production. Can we scan it over here? We could just minimize the window here, and then we could actually look at the planet. You could actually fly to the planet as well and go look at it. We're looking at the resources that it has, and we're also looking at the other information about it, right? We show information about it. Probably in the star map thing when we're looking at it. So if we go info and then we go to the planet, this is the one we're looking at. Right click, show information. Here we go. So the radius. Alright, so you don't want the radius to be too big. You want the radius to be smaller. So we're not sure what that radius is, 7390. But then if the radius is big and the resources are good on the planet, then it probably would be better if it's barely any difference at all, right? There's gas planets, temperature planets, gas planets, and temperature. Oh, and there's a ice planet. There's all different kinds of planets. Radius 34,000. So that one's absolutely huge. So you probably don't want to build something on there. Because we could go view the planetary production. We could see maybe the resources are absolutely huge. But the aqueous resources, they're like that. Considering the planet is so big, right? I won't look in chat channels. Information, help. So 34,000 kilometers, so that's a huge planet, so maybe that's not worth it. I think the temperate ones, because we could go view planet, and then we're looking on the left hand side here, we can see aqueous liquids, heavy metals, microorganisms, noble gases, planktonic colonies. So view planetary production. So you can see, basically, aqueous liquids is really good here too, and then there's red spots because it's a smaller planet, so if you're looking for those, you'd probably want to look on this planet, and then go right-click temperate planet, view planetary information. Let's say this one has even more aqueous liquids. It doesn't have a big bright red spot though, right? Because the resources, they could be spread around the planet, anywhere around the planet. So you can see this one has more resources, but they're spread out more. And then if we go to this one, go to view planetary production, we'd say aqueous liquids has less, but it had that big, huge, like white spot almost. Yes, right here. This would be a good place to extract resources from. And then carbon compounds. So now you'd have to figure out what kind of things are produced on the planet. So I think it shows information, right? Show info, or there's some way to show, planetary production, executable raw resources. Required for industrial fibers tier 1. So when we actually go onto the planet and actually build the factories, they'll probably show us what we can change everything into. I think aqueous liquids, water is used for everything, and then the other ones you actually have to upgrade them into other things. So maybe we should just start with extraction planets or something. Because I don't think we're going to have so much power and everything. We're only level 2 in the skills, right? So So basically, we'd be looking here, and then you go to these settings. You could go plasma planets if you wanted to search plasma planets. There's 2 over here. Show info plasma planets. So there they are. View planetary production. It depends on your skill if you could look at them. So these, oh yeah, see, your remote sensing can only scan planets closer than 3 light years. This one is 3.63 light years away. So we would just have to go to the map and then warp closer to it, essentially. It's based on the distance of how far it is from where we are located. So if this is just like one jump, if we jump down here, then we'd have access to everything over here. So maybe we could just go down here and start exploring or something. Is that the dead end system was like right over here or something? But anyways, where were the plasma plants we're looking at? These ones. Oh, it's just right here. View planetary production. So essentially, we're just looking. Yeah, that would have more suspended plasma, but we'd have to get closer to examine them. And there's oceanic planets as well. Maybe they have good aqueous liquids to extract from them. So that's basically how we'd find the planets. Now we would have to find a planet that we like, one that we would want to fly out to. So there's we could show all the lava planets and everything else too. So maybe we'll just make a cut and then we'll figure out where we're going, and then we'll actually head there in the next clip. Oh, here, maybe this is some information too, right? Because if we're looking in our solar system on our map here, to go to where we are in the main trading hub. So if we were actually to go show info, and if we were to look at these planets, view planetary, it's not available for the general public. It's same for all of them. View planetary production. So maybe the main trade hubs, you can't actually set up planetary production on any of them. View planetary production. So we would have to go away from one of the main trading stations then. View planetary production. No, we can't view any of them. But if we were to go like one system over and view the planets, view planetary production, we could view the planets next door. Interesting. View planetary production. And the lava planets. So basically you could look around your home map and try to find something we're looking for. Because we know that's really low for that. We don't even know what we're looking for. Basically, that's the whole point of the game, right? You're looking for all the complicated things, like how do you extract things from planets? Well, it's super complicated. Maybe it's not complicated. So you just basically find a planet to fly out to, and then we'll go fly out to the planet. We just came back just because we found the information that we can't actually set up a planet in this system where the main trade hub is for the MR. Alright, so we could do the rest of the planetary interaction. We're gonna leave the rest of the video, that's alright. It's probably teaches you things about the map, but your skills are trained. We were looking at planets for like an hour and a half last night. Then the server went down, and then we decided, well, we've been looking at planets long enough, but all of your skills are basically trained that you threw on your tree, all your random skills. Well, we took some off because we're like, want to train other things sooner, so maybe some of them are level 1 or something, so maybe throw them back on and start training them. But now we're going to be able to use some tier 3 modules pretty soon, and the Caldari battle cruiser is going to be upgraded. Then only 2 days and 9 hours of training, so we're going to have to find something to put on here, something to maybe specialize in, or something that we never put on here. But we should actually train these things, right? We've had them on here for a while, we've just been throwing other random things on. So maybe if we throw something on here, maybe we should throw it on the end of the tree or something. But then we should really try to think about what we're throwing on here. If we're doing like scanning or planet management, maybe this one we only got to level 1 because we seen it was taking a long time. Scan probe strength. So eventually you're just gonna want to put what you want on here to improve your ship, probably, because you probably want to fly the crazy battleship, right? So I don't know if we go to the market details, is there have prerequisites? I should be able to have the prerequisites for the battleship. Alright, what about the Caldari battleship? So view market details. Can we buy this thing? There's gonna be a few things in here then. So, skill books. Oh, where's the... Oh, Qatari battleship. Here we go, 7.5 million. So, 9 million in the place, or you could just fly one jump to get it for 7.5 million. So let's just go there, because we already have a place in space we're gonna go find anyways. We go here, we were scanning systems, so we found some planets, and then actually, especially for high security, it's not gonna be worth it, but it's might as well just put some planets down to learn. Oh, because we needed to bring the things with us, right? We found the planets, so we just had to dock up at the station. We wanted to bring our planetary goods, or planetary goods ships. There's people attacking people out here. There's people robbing people. There's pirates destroying absolutely everybody that undocks from the station. So good thing we have extra badgers. That only cost like 2 million or something. So if we do lose the ship as soon as we undock, we bought another replacement anyways, right? So you would go to your ship and you just go 1.7 million ISK. Okay, let's buy all, and then you could make a exact copy of your ship. So let's just go to the regional market. We knew what kind of structures we wanted. So if we go to planetary infrastructure in the market, command centers, I found 2 temperate planets I wanted. These are probably going to be cheaper at the other station too or something. So maybe we could just pick them up at a station that's like 2 jumps away or something. Or they're only like 245k. They're not marked up too much. So we buy 2 command centers from the regional market. Warning, they're overpriced. That's alright. So we spend 500,000. Now we can put the command centers inside the place. So they take up a 1,000 room each, right? So your smaller ships aren't going to be able to hold them. So you put 2 temperate command centers, or they could be any of them, right? If you found some barren planets that you wanted, or some gas planets, or ice, or lava, or oceanic, or plasma, or storm, or temperate. There's a different command center for each of them. So we could go try to undock from the station and hope nobody blows up our $2 million ship. Then try to warp to get the battle cruiser skill. So we're gonna see people are gonna target us and destroy us. Maybe they will. Maybe they have been waiting for us. Maybe they've been as soon as we unlock, we can put out the shields. Maybe that'll help us survive a little bit longer, just in case we get hit or something. But hopefully we're able to make it. Amazing, we did. We survived. That was so scary. I thought, as soon as I undocked my ship, I thought it was going to be lost. That was so amazing. We survived once again undocking from the station. The pirates did not find us that time. So it's always just gonna be a funny joke we make, because they make the game sound so scary when they're making the videos. They're like, always stress this point: as soon as you undock your ship is destroyed. So I think I've undocked like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times actually, and no one's targeted me. But I guess we haven't really been carrying anything really worth anything anyways, right? I think that's the super secret everyone thinks. Everyone's probably goes to fly. They're talking about when you're flying your crazy $500 million ship, or your crazy $100 million ship that people can blow up or something. No one's gonna blow up this. Well, if they do, what does it matter? They lost their ship that's worth more than your ship, and you already made a replacement back at your home. So even if this gets destroyed, you just go dock up at your station and then maybe buy another one for 2 million and then replace it, and then you can try to go back to your station again. But now you should have enough money to buy the skills. If you don't, you could just run missions or run career agents or go scanning or do a whole bunch of things. I think we sold some things that we got from the agents. So I don't know if we bought it. Nope. Regional market. We're just looking for skills. Caldari battle cruiser. Spaceship command. Caldari battleship. That's what we're looking for. So there's one in this station. The vendor should be selling it. Here we go. Yeah, 7.5 million for the Caldari battleship. So we could buy that skill, then we could inject the skill. And then we could go to our character tree. And then we could say we're training Caldari Battle Cruiser. Maybe we don't want these range finding things right away. We have prerequisites for the Caldari Battleship now. No, we don't. Why can't we make the Caldari Battleship? Caldari Battleship, we have the thing. Requirements or what? Requirements is just Caldari Battle Cruiser level 3. We have Caldari Battle Cruiser level 3. Anyways, we can't add it below. Caldari Battle Cruiser level 3. Caldari Battleship view required skills. Total training 1 day. What do we need? Spaceship Command 4. Alright. So we can't train the Battle Cruiser. We have to train Spaceship Command first, I guess. So Caldari Battle Cruiser 2, Caldari Battle Cruiser 3, Spaceship Command level 4. I'm supposed to go up above. I just want to research these scanning things later. We just want to learn how to fly the battleship. Oh, there it is. Now we can fly the battleship. So we actually needed Spaceship Command and the level 3 Caldari Battle Cruiser, but the Battleship 1 will take 1 hour and 6 minutes to train. Caldari Battleship 2 will take 5 hours and 11 minutes. I think 1 day and 5 hours to train the last thing, so maybe we'll just put that on. And then if we find anything else we want to train, we could put it on before or after. But now these should be training in the next 2 days. And then we have some more things to train, so there's our skill tree update. Let's go fly to the places I found. So in the top left here, I save the place we go with personal peoples and places. I save locations. So why is it green? Set destination. Is it because we're in the system or something? That could very well be. We could be in the system, those places. So we have our planetary management things inside our cargo hold, right? Our Badger, we have them. We have to have them in our cargo hold when we go to explore these places. So there's actually these places here too. These ones were better. So I added planets to the view, right? If you go to the planet in the space world, if you could find the square to select the planet. Maybe this isn't a planet. Anyways, you could right click on the information. System information. Yeah, Saturn Prime, you could right click, you could go show information. And orbital bodies. Here's the planet. Right click. Okay, remove from overview. You could just add it right there then. So if you're looking at planets, you could add planet to the overview. And then be able to see all the planets. Then we could show information. Show you their orbiting range, their radius. Oh, 12,000. Yeah, then we could show information. It would show this one's radius. Oh, 1,700. So that's a really, really good one for a factory planet or anything. And then we could view the planetary production just like we were doing before to see what all the planets have for resources. But also, we could go to Customs Office. We could go show info and see what the tax rate is for the office. So these are actually owned by other players, so they can set their own tax rate. They were owned by the game at one point, but then the game developers were like, here, let's let the players destroy the NPC controlled customs offices, and then let's let them set their own tax rates. Now everyone just has absolutely high tax rates everywhere, so it's not 10% anymore. Now it's like 20%. Customs office show info. I think there's even like a 30% one or something. So another part of looking for your planet, you want to try to find a low tax rate. So let's jump through the Stargate, because we already found our temperate planets. So here's kind of what we did. We were in the map like we were before, and then we were looking over here, and I think we just sorted by temperates. We're like, while we were looking at all the other planets and we seen what they were doing, we didn't really see too many good resources from them. Although we were looking at this planet here, right? Because it showed 66% water. View planetary production. So I'm wondering if this 66% water one is better than the 50% water one in the other place. Sounds like 51% water. This one's like 19% water. this temperate one maybe. Because that's why we saved it. We were looking at all the planets and we seen this one. We're like, wow, 66% water on the planet. And then the tax rate was like 20%. So maybe we're trying to find another place to go through. So where's our objective? So we're looking at that one. It did have 66% water in it. So that'd be really good. Except we're not sure about the 20% tax rate. I think one of the planets even had like a 30% tax rate. It was silly. There we go. Oh, tax rate 50%. So we're not sure why it does that. It just throws the window into your selected. Well, it just makes it way too big or something. Customs office show info. Oh, there's 15%. That's pretty good. So you actually have to be in the system where the planet is to actually see what the tax rate is. Huh. I think we found one with like 15% and 12% tax rate, and the water seemed pretty good. So we could also look at these when we go custom offices, show info, 20%. So I guess 20% isn't actually too bad. There's the 25%. Guy's charging more for his. So when you're importing and exporting resources from the planet, you're gonna have to pay this tax. Seems these guys own a lot of them. And then people can actually go around and blow up the planets and then take them back and put up their own customs office and charge their own tax. So the absolute best thing to do would be to have one of your own custom offices up here and then set it to 0% tax rate or something. Although someone could just come and blow up your thing anytime. Maybe it wouldn't matter. So we're just about in the system. We're going to customs office show info. Oh, 13%. See, the tax rate's getting a little bit better over here. We flew over here. We've seen these guys aren't being as terrible with their tax rates. So then in the in the map view, we could say we're looking at planets over here. We were showing info about this solar system. We've seen the orbital bodies. We were going view planetary production. And we were just going through the list, looking at them. There's the barren planet, view planetary production. There's the other barren. So maybe there's some other good resources on other planets, right? We were looking at this one. Maybe there's some. I think it was the temperate ones we're looking at. View planetary production. So this one had a 56% water production. And if you go to the custom office, if we show info, at a 15% tax rate. So this was one of the planets we were going to set up a factory on, or at least something to extract the resources. So there's also a second temperate planet. Look around here, we can see where's a good place to set up. Probably where that white circle is. That would show where the most dense resources are. But then they always move, right? So if it's a really hot spot here for water, it could change. So now we could go to build temperate command center. Oh, and then we just place it right on the planet. Okay, you can place it right here.